What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist here with the one, the only, the spine-tingling, the juice-gulping, the glizzy-globbling
Gersh one.
Today, we're back at it to answer more questions from you guys in another episode of For the Greater.
This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below. Put a question in front of your question because we get to those questions first. And if you like us and want to support the channel to get more Warhammer 40K lore, consider giving us a super thanks. If you do, you can ask us a question, you can ask us anything, and you're going to get a guaranteed answer next episode. So thank you ahead of time. And that's why
we have this awesome super thanks by Daytona Daviel. Thanks. His question is, are there any loyalist Astartes who are alive now that were also alive when the Emperor was still conscious? Yeah, basically when it comes to way back in the 30K era, you had your Primarchs, but technically they don't count as Space Marines. So the only ones that are really still in there are held within the sarcophagi of a dreadnought.
And the most famous one is obviously Bjorn the Fellhand. He actually fought under the same skies as the Emperor. And he gets brought out by the Space Wolves for him to tell stories.
Yeah, or if they really need it, in combat. Yeah. But pretty much he's just a glorified storyteller. Letting kids know that, you know, when you're sitting on the campfire, you sing your campfire song. CAMPFIRESONG song.
Yes.
Any SpongeBob viewers? No, just me, just this 30-year-old watching SpongeBob. Okay, then. But yeah, I guess the oldest living Space Marine has to be Dante, the commander of the Blood Angels, chapter master, I should say. But the commander of the, what is it, like the Southern Imperium or something like that?
Nihilus.
Yeah. So Gilliman is in charge of the Northern, he's got the Southern. And that's a pretty big role for somebody that old who is still seeing combat to this day.
Yeah, but I mean, look at Biden.
That's true.
He's what, 90-something?
He's got a focused mind, or so he says.
So Biden is basically our Dante.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. Give him a death mask already and a jetpack.
It's the shape of wings, too, right?
Yeah. Nipple armor, too?
Yeah. Good question, though. And thank you for the super thanks.
That's right. This next one is by Kazik. His question is, can you guys make an ab-human species? I mean, if we made an ab-human species, yeah. Because, I mean, considering we're family, whatever came out would be an ab-human.
Yeah. Less fingers or more fingers.
Right.
If I were to create an ab-human species within 40K, I think that would be interesting. I think I would do something kind of like the Aircast for the Tau. So like slender humanoids, kind of like Voidborn.
Yeah.
But Voidborn are more, kind of like Voidborn, yeah. I think they are just Voidborn.
Yeah, pretty much.
Lanky because they live in zero gravity and
gaunt features.
And they don't know how to act because they're never around people.
Yeah, so pretty much everybody during the coronavirus pandemic.
Yeah. But we all gained weight, though.
That's right, and that's good.
And that brings us to the next question. Neo-Acid Creep. Y'all just finna pretend that the Sound Alchemist ain't looking like a snack lately?
Sheesh.
Losing weight, got that edge up, a new shirt, and everything.
I appreciate you guys looking out for my well-being, but please stop. There are other better things to do in this world.
We were talking about how in 40K there's hentai. Or there's hentai in the real world about 40K. If you're an artist, create something for the Sound Alchemist.
Yeah, and then have a shirt that says "Keep your edge up."
Yep. What is that rule number 43 or something like that?
Something like that. If you can think of it, there's probably porn of it or something like that.
Yeah, I know there's erotica for us.
Oh.
Didn't we read it like a long time ago, back in 2017?
Oh, yeah, I think I fell asleep to it once too.
Next question.
This one is by Sean Ponsin. I think that's how you pronounce it. Or is it Sheen Ponsin? Either way, let's go. Has there ever been a lore video that you guys have seen that got something wrong in a big way? Like they just had the wrong understanding of what was written? And have you yourself ever made that kind of mistake?
Personally, yes, 100%. You have to remember that this channel started a long time ago. Like, we are as old as...
dirt.
as Chocolate Rain and all that kind of stuff. We just weren't
Numa Numa?
Well, I don't know Numa Numa because I think that was like before YouTube, no?
No, it got big on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Yeah.
But like people just weren't watching our stuff. So we were kids, and when we started doing 40K lore videos, there was a lot of things that we misunderstood, and we took creative freedom and stuff like that. And then that started changing, and that's why we started like straight from the codex kind of thing.
And even then, some codexes like retcon stuff, and it's like, well, this codex talks about one thing this way, this codex adds upon it or takes away from it. So it's like you never really know exactly what's 100% legit. Like, for example, look at the squats.
Right.
They were thought to be a race extinct because of the Tyranids. Guess what? They're not, and now they're back.
And they used to be considered abhumans. Now they're not.
They're categorized under Xenos.
Right. And they're not even squats anymore. They're Leagues of Voltan.
Right.
Squats is a derogatory term used by humanity.
Refer to them as kin, please, and thank you.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing is, I don't know if you heard about it, but basically when the squats came out, or at least when the rules and stuff was being previewed, they were really strong to the point where people were saying, I'm not playing against them. And that was such a big deal that certain tournaments were like, no, we're not accepting a squat army because they're so good.
Yeah.
And that actually got the attention of GW recently. And they said, you know what? We messed up. We're going to FAQ the codex and the models before they even come out. And if you've bought models or pre-ordered stuff, we'll refund you.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's big.
That just means that you're going to have to wait even longer now.
Probably, yeah.
For the codex, at least.
But that's crazy. Like, at first it was like, okay, codex comes out a week later, just getting FAQ'd. Now it's getting FAQ'd before the codex even comes out.
That's why we should have leaks more often and then complain about it to GW. Because I'm still bummed out that, like, when I bought the Orc Codex, the latest edition, the FAQ came out with rule set for the looted battle wagon. Yeah. It's not in the codex.
Right.
That was annoying.
Yeah. Like, I still hate it when I bought the freaking Green Knight Codex, and 5 days later, points are wrong.
Yeah.
Update.
So hopefully this sticks. But again, it was done because there was a leak, and it was done because the community was like up in arms.
Yeah.
Not really, but
Right. But yeah, that just goes to show you that yes, GW is listening to everything you have to say. So knowledge is power.
I did well. Next question.
This one is by Coyote P. Do you guys think we'll ever get Leagues of Votann tech priests in the future? Or do you think the Leagues of Votann will clash and war with the Adeptus Mechanicus? So yeah, you are 100% correct in the second question. Whereas yes, since we said that they are seen as Xenos, the Imperium has basically stated, if you work with them, that's basically like working with an orc, working with a Tyranid, it is heresy. So there's no way that the AdMech will work with the Leagues and vice versa. So yeah, it's a no-no. However, that's not to say it won't never happen. Because I'm pretty sure if any AdMech sees the Vols, these huge orb godlike structures of STC information, they will definitely want to get their hands on that. They're already searching for STCs. Obviously, the Vols, the Votann, is going to be technology that they definitely want to get their hands on. So we'll definitely see more of that. And they already kind of have a tech priest unit. Let's just name something else. So
yeah.
It's there, just in a different shape, way, and or form.
Next question comes from the big one. Is it a good idea for my friend, John the Strangler, to stay with me once he gets out of prison?
Depends. What do you want him to strangle?
Yeah, if it's your dog, I didn't know what to say, then don't. Also, like, he's your friend. Like, he probably wouldn't strangle anything that you would be sad about.
Mm-hmm.
Next question.
The Oreo Man. What's a kooky, crazy idea that you guys want to see implemented into lore?
Female Space Marines. Just for the rage comments.
Yes. The craziest thing that I would want to see is I don't think it's that crazy, but I would want to see the auxiliaries for the Tau get their own codex.
Oh, for sure. That would be amazing. Mm-hmm. 5th edition, the crew... or GW created a free Mercenaries Codex for the crew. best decision that they could have done. They took it away right away, but like
Yeah.
it was amazing. We had Crutoxes, we had the Narlox.
Yes.
So Forge World was in there. They don't have any of these models anymore.
No, they even pulled them from Forge Road, which sucks.
Yeah. But yeah, auxiliaries for sure.
Yeah.
Like if you expanded on the Vespid lore,
That'd be pretty cool.
fucking floating polar bears.
Yeah. You basically are saying, GW, have anything you want to do that you know you can't do, like Zotes, and just put them in there.
Yeah, you could.
Because we're not going to get a Zote Codex.
Nope. And back in the day, like mercenary factions was more of a thing for 40K or Rogue Trader.
Yeah.
So like if you that would be that, right? It's like kind of like a mercenary faction for the Tau Empire, but not really because they could also work for other people. And those were the questions for today. If you guys have more questions for us, please comment down below. Thank you guys so much for listening and hanging out with us. Again, thank you for the super thanks, and we'll talk tomorrow.
That's right. Keep on asking questions. We'll keep on answering them. And as always, it's been the Sound Alchemist.
Gersh 1.
And we are out of here.
Oh, what if you took my freedom?